this lesson, you will use the architectural drawing as a guide to automatically add concrete beams to level 2, forming the framework of the structure. Click the menu browser and select Open Project. Then open the file rstmdl-bms01 concrete. In the project browser, under Structural Plan Views, open the view 02 Floor. Then, on the Home tab, from the Structure panel, click Beam. We're going to add concrete beams using the Grid Intersection tool. Click the Change Element Type drop-down and select Concrete Rectangular Beam 16 by 32. On the Multiple panel, click on Grids. Then, draw a selection box around the entire view to select all grid lines. Then, on the Multiple Selection panel, click Finish Selection. When you do, beams are placed within the grid. Click Modify, and let's view the beams in 3D. Click the View tab on the ribbon, and on the Create panel, click the 3D View drop-down and select Default 3D. Zoom in on one of the beams to see the orange line representing the analytical model. Then, zoom the view to fit in the window, and let's delete the beams outside the drawing floor extents. Go back to the Structural Plan View 02 Floor and select the beam placed on grid line 4 as shown. Then, on the Modify panel, click Delete. Using the same method, delete the beam on grid line 5. Next, we'll delete beams placed inside the north and south stairways. Zoom in on the north stairway. Select the beam on grid line A and press Ctrl and select the beam on grid line B. Click Delete, and using the same method, delete the beams inside the south stairway. Zoom to fit, and we will now create a new beam size to provide additional strength for a main support beam that runs the length of the structure. Select the concrete beam located on grid line 1.1 between grid line B and C as shown. Then, while pressing the Control key, select the remaining beams on grid line 1.1. Then, click the Element Properties drop-down and select Type Properties. In the Type Properties dialog, click Duplicate, and in the Name dialog, type 24 by 36 and click OK. Back in the Type Properties dialog, under Dimensions, for B, type 2 feet, and for H, type 3 feet, and click OK. When you do, the new beam size is automatically applied to the selected beams. clear the selection and zoom to fit and close the file, as the next lesson will provide its own training file. And that concludes this lesson.